All right, come with me, you guys.
I'm really excited about this.
It is time to teach someone how to do ultrasound and open their own business. So today I am meeting Leslie for the first time, and we are going to do so much ultrasound training. We are like instantly friends. Here's her husband. He was super great. I gotta tell you, when I train someone, I feel like we're almost kindred spirits, right? We both want the same thing. Husbands are exchanging numbers to go hang out. And this is Leslie seeing her ultrasound machine for the very first time. She's so happy. All right, let's get down to it. We're going to be in fast forward here because there's a lot to show. When you want to learn how to do ultrasound, we have to start from the very, very beginning if you are not a sonographer. We completely go over equipment, the little tips and tricks and techniques to properly plugging and unplugging in the machine because it can be a little tricky sometimes. Going over all of the equipment that comes along with your machine, which is obviously the power supply and the sonodock, which connects the television to your ultrasound machine, all the cords and cables, how everything works. I don't leave a stone unturned. You guys, when we train, you will learn everything. I'm going to explain exactly how to connect your transducer to the ultrasound machine, making sure that you understand what I'm doing and that you can also do it yourself and not be confused or be nervous about touching, unplugging, or connecting your ultrasound machine. So here I'm just explaining to Leslie how we connect into the back of the machine in order to be able to connect to the TV. It may seem like it's a lot of information for things that you would think you might know, but believe it or not, there is quite a bit of information to cover. So anyways, Leslie came in to train with me for a few days. We're getting the machine all set up. There's our HDMI cable. We're connected to the TV, and now we're going to start training. We had a variety of moms and different gestational ages come on over and get a complimentary ultrasound so that Leslie could practice her hand position, technique, how much pressure to apply with the transducer, how to operate the ultrasound machine because this is a brand new machine to her, so she's never touched it before. So just learning where all the different buttons are, what they do, and how to optimize the images. As you can see, I'm very hands-on when I am teaching someone how to do ultrasound because I want to make sure that you understand exactly what I'm doing so that you can reproduce it yourself later. So as I said, we scanned quite a few moms of different gestational ages. We did first, second, and third trimester. We scanned in the black and white, which was the 2D, and ultrasound in color, which is the 3D and 4D imaging, plus in virtual HD, and learned how to optimize all of the virtual HD pictures as well as the 3D images. I taught Leslie how to do the post-processing, which is basically peeling anything away from baby's face, which can be the placenta, the umbilical cord, little hands, little feet, all the fun stuff. Sometimes babies are in a position where they don't want to show their face. So we also learned how to, we have a new mom here. We also learned how to turn mom from side to side to pull baby in a little bit of a different direction so that we could get the best pictures, especially if baby did not want to cooperate in terms of showing the face or maybe showing the gender. We also learned proper techniques on how to be able to determine gender starting at 15 weeks. And I explained to Leslie what everything looks like on ultrasound starting at the very, very beginning of time with the very basic stuff. You know, this is the skin, this is the muscle, this is the baby, this is the uterus, and just really made sure that Leslie understood exactly what she was looking at, what the orientation of the ultrasound image was, and how to direct her sound beam in order to get the best possible pictures. So we trained quite extensively. We trained for 8 hours a day. We have multiple moms come on over. We scan back to back to back. Once we're done scanning, we then work on all of the computer part of it, which basically is taking the images off of the ultrasound machine, putting them onto a USB stick, bringing them over to your laptop, converting the images from ultrasound videos over to videos that people can view on their phones and laptops. And then once we have them converted, we sort through them and then email them back to mom. So the whole process is around 8 hours a day, and we train for 3 to 4 days depending on your needs. If you are already a sonographer, maybe you don't need quite as long at training. If you are not a sonographer yet, you have a lot to learn, so it's best to take 3 days minimum. 4 days is optimal. But you guys, buckle up, put your seatbelts on, because there is a lot going on. And as you can see from my videos, we don't stop. I don't stop talking. We don't stop scanning. I want you guys to feel so confident and comfortable and excited about your new ultrasound adventure that I'm going to make sure that you completely understand where everything is located on the ultrasound machine, how to get back and forth between the 2D, the 3D, the 4D, the virtual HD, how to do all that post-processing, like I said, how to determine gender, and also how to take measurements. So a lot of moms want to know what their baby is weighing in that. Oh, you can see me bouncing on mom's belly right there. So we're just trying to get baby to move a little bit in order to be able to see the face. Sometimes if moms have an anterior placenta or baby's hands are on the face, we'll bounce on mom's belly a little bit to get baby to move, and other times we'll have her roll side to side to be able to get the best images. But as I was saying, a lot of the times moms want to know how much their baby weighs if they're coming up towards the end of the pregnancy. They also want to know in the beginning of the pregnancy that the baby is measuring appropriately. All right, dinner break. Here we are at our favorite restaurant, Dinosaur Barbecue, with Leslie and her husband and her daughter and my husband. So it was a lot of fun, and my mom was there too. So now we are on day 2. So everything you just watched was that very first day. You will sleep really well that night. It is a lot on your brain to learn, so it's so important to have a good meal and also get a really good night's sleep. So anyhow, it's important for moms to know that their baby is measuring appropriately in the beginning of the pregnancy. So I teach you how to get the proper crown rump length. I also teach you how to take all of the measurements of baby's head, the femur, and the abdominal circumference so that you can get an approximate estimated fetal weight on the baby so that moms can know what to expect during birth. Another very important thing that people want to know is baby's position. So I teach you how to determine where the baby's head is, which direction the baby is facing, and then you'll be able to relay that information to the mom. We also measure the baby's heart rate. So we listen to the baby's heart beating, and then we take a nice measurement for mom, and I explain what we can expect for the beats per minute with the baby at different gestational ages. We also turn the color on and we watch the blood flowing through the umbilical cord. I explain to the moms and to the person I'm training how we read the ultrasound when we're watching the blood flow through. And it's just very nice and reassuring for moms to be able to not only see the umbilical cord, but to be able to see it, pulsating, knowing that it's working. Throwing the color on it allows us to appreciate that the blood flow is very strong and steady, which means that the baby is getting all of the blood and nutrients and oxygen supply that the baby needs to support the pregnancy. As I was saying before, one thing that we work on quite a bit after we're done with all of the scanning is how to convert all of these images. So it's really important that you understand how the images come off the machine and how to convert them to be able to send them an email. Not everything sends very nicely, so you do have to convert them to MP4s, which I teach you how to do. You bring your laptop with you when you come to me for training, and we download the necessary apps to your laptop so that we can make sure that we go ahead and have everything ready to rock and roll when it's time. So here we are. And here's
so go
Leslie.
ahead, state your name and your
Hi,
business.
my name is Leslie Torres, and I am with my baby mobile ultrasound.
And talk about what made you decide that you wanted to start your own elective ultrasound business.
So I've been in the industry for about 10 plus years, and I've worked in the hospital setting, and now I'm still working within a clinic. And I decided that I really enjoy doing ultrasound, and I would love to work for myself and just make it a great experience for people and kind of just venture off on my own.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Okay, so and then you started doing some research and you came across a whole bunch of people that sold machines, and you also came across me. So talk about your thought process on what made you decide to come this direction.
Okay, so for a few years I've been wanting to do this. I started doing research. I looked into getting a machine. I spoke to a few different companies regarding, what machine I should get. And to my surprise, I bumped into Jenny Crone, which I am so happy that I did. Like, it was just everything from the beginning to the end has been absolutely amazing, easy, just an amazing experience, and I'm happy.
So you came to me in Rochester, New York, and we have done extensive training for the last 2 days.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about how you feel, like what did you think it was going to be versus now that we're done with training, what it actually was. Talk about that sort of thing.
So when I first got here, I was extremely nervous. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't know what kind of people I was going to be scanning. But I will say overall, I'm extremely happy. I feel super comfortable. In the beginning, I was a little tense, a little nervous, but as the time went by, and Jenny obviously did her best training me, I feel super comfortable. I have all of the resources that I need because she gave me literally every single little detail that she can possibly give me. Great training. It's like so much. I have so much good things to say. I don't even know where to begin or end. But I'm leaving here. I feel comfortable. I'm really I doubted myself a little bit, but now I feel really confident.
You got this.
Yes.
We scanned so many clients for the last 2 days. So we scanned 4 yesterday and 5 today. We did 2 and 3 clients at each gestational age. We had babies that were breech. We had babies that were head down. We had them from 7 weeks, the size of a blueberry, up to, due in 4 weeks.
Yes.
Talk about how the training with the different techniques helped you to be able to find the baby or find the baby's face versus what you already knew being a sonographer.
Exactly.
Talk about the different ways of torquing your hand to be able to get that.
So coming from a fetal echocardiography world, with this new machine and this new probe, I learned a lot of different techniques because the probe is so much bulkier, but I was able to learn how to maneuver my hand at with different gestations, and obviously techniques to learn how to find the baby's face, to find where the placenta is, where there's enough fluid, where you're not pressing down on the baby too much. I feel really comfortable now. I still have obviously a lot of practicing to
Practice
do,
makes
but
perfect.
this has been a great experience.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Let's do a
I'm
picture
happy.
together.
I'm so happy.
Here, I'll sit down next to you.
Okay.
Cheese.
Thank you so
Oh,
much for choosing me.
Yes, I'm happy. I'm happy that I chose you.
Oh, so
It
happy
was
to hear
like
that.
literally meant to be.
I love that. I love that.
I'm
And your
happy.
husband was excited about you working
He was
here.
more excited than me.
I love that.
He was more excited than me. I'm just happy. I'm like amazed with it, and it's just everything was great. The way you explain things, the details. I mean, it was a lot of work, but extensive training. Extensive training in 2 days. You will learn like a lot.
Love that. Thank you.
So I'm happy.
Yay.